I had a sleep last night.
No! Tell me about it, because same.
Really? I had so many nightmares, but I don't remember what they were.
Did you just wake up in a panic? Do you just burst awake?
Yeah. Yeah, so did Caleb. We both went to bed with horrible migraines. So those are just
stress-induced nightmares. But you don't remember not even one of them?
No. I just I remember there was a guy. There's a guy, and he was like tormenting me. I don't know what he was doing, though. I don't remember.
It wasn't not sexy, though.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No, for me, it was just Eddie. Eddie wanted to lay against my back, and every 30 seconds, he'd go, all the way down my back all night.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's
you know when
awful.
you just like, you feel like you're trying to fall asleep the whole night, and then the sun comes up, and you're like, I feel like I just felt like I tried to sleep all night but didn't. But then I check my Oura ring, and it's like, 65.
Right? It gaslights me. I know. That's exactly how I felt last night. I was like, I got 2 hours of sleep max. And then it's like, no, you got 6. I'm like, you. No, I didn't.
Shut
no, I didn't.
up.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your average sleep? What's your average sleep on Oura ring?
Does it say an average?
No, but like, what your general for you? Like, what are you like? Yeah, it's usually what I get.
7.
7? Cool.
Around 7.
Cool. Yeah, I'm like that. 6.5.
Yeah, that's like optimal. Is like really good. Is like I know when I'm really tired. If I have like 8, 8.5, I'm like, whoa, I needed that.
That'd be good. Last night for me, 5 hours.
Yeah, I don't actually know what mine was. I didn't.
Dude, I can't live without this
check.
ring. It's dead for one night, and I'm like, I can't get up because I don't know if I'm good enough for today.
I know.
Guys,
I
this isn't sponsored.
Not yesterday, but the day before, and I was like, what a waste of a day.
Exactly. And guys, this is not sponsored by Oura Ring. Chris
no,
started
it's
this.
not.
She came to film the movie, right? And she's wearing this ring, and it's a thick ring. Yeah. I'm like, what is this chonky gold? She's like, this is my Oura ring. It does this, this, and this. And immediately, health freak like over here, obsessed with every ailment ever. Yeah. I'm like, gonna need that. So I'm already on my second one. I'm silver though. You're gold.
I'm gold. Yeah, honestly, I would get this over an Apple Watch or any of those other things, and it's around the same price. It is a bit steep, but I literally wear it every day, and it like tracks heart health, sleep, resilience, readiness.
How old? Dude, it stresses me the out though, because it says my heart age has just been going up. I'm up to 4 years older than my heart. But
yeah, that stresses me out too. Right now, mine's -6 right now, or like
shut up.
So I'm like, yeah, I got the heart of a young lion right now. I don't know why. I just ate a cookie for breakfast.
All I ate was meat.
Well, I guess it's based off of
cardio.
Like cardio, and I do cardio, and then I grew up doing so much cardio, like up until my mid-20s, like just every single day. So
I think it's like heart rate variability, so it's like your resting heart rate and shit, which yours is probably so low because you're healthy.
It's very
mine's
low.
Just there, just like being like, your dents are too big. But no, you know what the best part is? I feel like this is sponsored, but it's not. It's like,
it's not.
For me, you charge it once every week.
We haven't got a sponsor yet. Aura, please.
No.
Aura, please sponsor us.
We both we're going to get one now. I'm going to send this to them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
it's been over a week since I talked to you. I need to know what's new in your life. Have you peopled cute cup?
Thank you.
If you are listening to this, Chris has a beautiful whoa, what does it say?
This is also not sponsored, but this is Jacksepticeye's his company. He does like coffee and stuff. He sent a box to me, and he's got really cute mugs.
Dude, it is so cute. I love the color. It's like a petal.
Yeah.
What's
new in my life?
Oh, let me think.
Not a whole lot. Literally just work. It's so boring. Like we're doing this. My main channel, my second channel, other stuff with Caleb that I can't really talk about, other projects, and then there's just shit thrown in between. So not
here we
really
go on
much.
A Thursday. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
No, Adam turned 40 this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Literally a couple days ago.
Dude,
how was that?
I'm married to a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, you're married to a geriatric. I'm just kidding.
I know, we have a lot of years between us. So don't worry, guys. I'm not even close to 40.
Me neither.
No. No, that's the weird thing because like the strange thing with Adam and I's relationship is we're kind of from different. I was gonna say genres. That's not right. Generations. We're from different generations, and it's so cool. I feel like that's why we work too. Is because like we have so much to talk about because we're like from such different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but that's how I said it.
That's
but yeah,
okay.
he turned 40.
Yeah.
And it's weird. And I did buy him another cow.
You did? What kind?
I don't even have the first cows. So the first cows are the Highland Belty mixes. And then I'm like so concerned about the coyotes and stuff around here. So I'm like, Adam, we need a big cow. He's like, okay, well, what do you want? I'm like, let's get a pure Highland. So we have a Highland coming who has milk. So I'm going to milk her every day.
Nice. Have you milked a cow before?
No.
Oh, I'm excited for you. Better video that. I like you doing it for the first time because it's.
I'm scared.
It's not hard, but it's like there's a little trick to it.
I was watching videos on how to grab the teats.
Yeah,
and then pull on the teats.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Chris, I'm
That's
really
so
excited.
That's so exciting.
One day.
Oh, I'm so excited for you.
She's 8.
Oh, 8? Okay, yeah, that's like Gary. That's like our Highland bull, Gary.
Okay.
His balls literally drag on the ground almost. He's so old.
Do you just
I mean, he's not
keep them
that
on
old,
there?
I guess, but like it's old for a cow. I think he's more like 10.
Jeez. The Highlands live for like 18 years.
Yeah, they do.
They'll still give birth at 18. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy how young they can give birth, and then it's crazy how old. I mean, that's like animals naturally, but yeah, it's
strange though.
Very strange. I mean, I guess it's like people too, which is weird to think about. Like when we get our periods when we're like 12, it's like, oh, you could have birth right now. I'm like, I don't know.
But you could also have birth at
I don't
50.
know times tables. What are you
I don't
about?
know.
What are you talking about? I can't divide.
I can't spell government.
I can't multiply if I can't divide.
No!
I can't multiply. You got that?
Mike That was a good one. Bing.
Swish, swish, bitch.
She shoots, she scored.
Clip that.
Switch, bitch. That's a good one. What's that from? Switch, bitch.
Swish, swish, bitch. Another fish in the basket or some shit.
Who
what
sang
was
that?
Katy Perry doing in like 2010 or whenever the that was?
What's Katy Perry doing now?
I don't know. She's flying in space with daisies.
You know what changed it for me? When I watched the video of her doing her nursery tour. Did you ever see that video? She's just like, that? Weirdest thing. Right then I was like, I don't know.
I look at her and I believe in the Illuminati. Like it's her and like some other celebrities where I'm like, something else is up.
Robot. Something's going down. Something's not right.
I shouldn't say that. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. That was a joke. Just prefacing
We're
that.
comedians.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, probably a lot of normal people are thinking that right now. Well, it's funny how much hate she gets, and then you see her concerts and they're sold out. I like her music. I think she's cool. Does she scare me like a little bit? I feel like she could kill us.
And dude, was she with Orlando?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Together, they have a
So
child.
like, props, dude. I just rewatched Lord of the Rings for like the millionth time with Caleb. I get it. Him and like Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean. My gosh. I mean, I was more of a Johnny Depp person for Pirates of the Caribbean, but like I get it. William Turner, like turn me on. You know? Like that's how I would.
Have you seen his dog?
Or whatever those movies came out. I was so confused between Orlando Bloom, Johnny Depp, and Keira Knightley. I was like,
Something's going on.
I think we
Have
all
you
were.
seen Orlando's dong, though?
Which one? What?
Orlando's dong. Have you seen it?
No.
It got leaked a couple years ago. He was surfing on a surfboard with no pants on.
I can't Google it. What does it look like? Describe it to me. What? Really? I would assume it was quite average.
No, he had an elephant trunk.
Wow.
That's why they've been together for so long. I'm kidding.
Oh. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you joking? Are you kidding? Did you just gaslight me?
No, he has a giant dong.
Oh. What are you
Yeah.
kidding about then?
That's why they've been together for so long. They probably love each other.
Oh, okay. I got sad for a second.
No, that's not a reason to be sad.
I was really happy for him.
It's magical.
And I was like, oh, that's really good. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. I would be surfing naked too if I had a song like that.
Yeah, it's like Drake's video. Did you see that one?
Listen,
I'm just scouting everyone's wieners, aren't I?
I didn't end up seeing it. Everybody's like, oh, it's all over X. It's all over X. So I
It was so hard to find.
Reluctantly went on X to, look into it. Didn't see it. All I saw was like blurred. And I just thought that was for the best. I thought that was God's will. So I didn't look any further.
We're not meant to search out celebrity peen. It happens. You're supposed to see it, just you accidentally open an app, and then you're like, whoa.
I heard it was skinny and long, the python.
Yeah, it was very there. Anyways, magical. Want to hear something really weird that happened to me the other day? And I've just been living so deeply in it.
Please.
I went to Winners. So Winners is like Home Goods for the Americans out there.
Yes.
And I go in, okay? I'm walking in the front. There's like the two doors. These ones open, and then the next one's open.
Yeah.
There is a worker there, and then a couple, like a man and a woman.
Okay.
And I go through the second doors, and I put my hands out for the cart. I know it's probably coincidence, but the cart shot out into my hands. But I'm thinking like maybe it just got put there in pressure, and it was just perfect timing. The cart shoots out of the cart corral, out of like the section of carts, like boom, into my hands. The man of the couple is looking at me, and it shoots right into my hands. And I look right at him, and in this moment, I knew I had to. And he goes, and I went, and then I just went shopping.
That's awesome. You're a witch.
I wanted the footage so bad because I'm like, I told Adam, he's like, I don't believe you. So I call Winners. I'm like, hi, do you have a camera on the cart corral? And they're like, yes, we do. And I'm like, can I please get the footage? And they're like, you can't without a police report.
Oh, then just report it to the police.
There was magic that happened, and I need you to see it.
Yeah, what the hell?
It was so cool. Have you ever had a moment like that?
What?
Synchronicity.
There's been times. The only times that stuff like that has happened is like, literally, it's so weird. But every time I was an outfielder in baseball, and when I played softball, all throughout childhood and through my teens and even in my early 20s. But anyway, I would always know where the ball was going to go. Like if it was going to go anywhere near me, I would just need to move to the spot.
And you knew the spot?
It would always land exactly where I am. But I'd like to flare it up a little bit. So sometimes I'd stand like 10 feet back so I could run into it and like slide and catch it and stuff. But my coaches got so mad at me all the time. And it got to a point where they didn't, because I would literally just know where it's coming, because they're like, you need to be like hugging the line, or you need to be here because it's a lefty, it's a righty. Because there's certain things in baseball where it's just
but you knew where it was going to go. They didn't know shit.
Like I shit you not that there was very few times where it didn't go where, like if it went like to the right field, obviously I couldn't do anything about it. But if it was coming to me, I knew it was coming to me, and I would catch it.
Damn.
Awesome. So just shit like that's the only like thing I feel like that's been weird.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
really
why.
cool.
And my mom was freaked out about it, and she would tell everyone all the time. She's like,
so would I.
She just knows. It's so weird. But that's not like a magic thing. That's just a like I watch them while they swing, and I watch the pitch.
Is it math or is it psychic?
I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both, just to make myself feel cool.
I like it. I like it. It makes me a little hard. Sorry. I can't play sports, so even knowing you could play sports gets me real jacked.
It's not true. You were a swimmer.
Yeah, but Dean, that's why I have problems now, because I went headfirst into so many walls and almost drowned.
Same. I swam too. I don't know.
Depth perception, just off.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit's dangerous.
Yeah. No, I couldn't play I loved swimming, and what I love most is like you go under the water and nobody talks. It's just silence. And I used to do so much dumb shit. Like, you know the stairs that would go down the side of the wall? Mm-hmm. I would go down those, and then I'd hook my bathing suit over the end of it and let my body go up like I was stuck and drowned. No one ever saved me.
Oh, see, yeah, that's such a funny thing that so many kids did that. Because I did that too. And I remember I made a video about it, and I was just like, wow, there's millions of people that like this. Like, we were all just attention-grabbing little whores.
We literally are. But also, why nobody ever save any of us?
Right. Nobody ever saved me. Because I knew I was just gaslighting everyone. But I'd just be like, and also I'd love to see how long I could hold my breath. I'd love to sink down to the bottom and like go crisscross applesauce.
How long can you hold your breath for?
I don't know now, but I used to be able to hold it for a long time, over a minute.
Oh
Which
my gosh.
Like I think the record's something like 9 minutes, 8 minutes or something like that, which I don't even know how that's possible.
Don't you become brain dead after? I don't want to meet the guy that held his breath for that long. He's probably a little off, I would think, at this
His
point.
wife's probably really happy. You know what I mean?
It took me a minute.
I'm sorry.
Hold your breath. We're going down.
I'm gonna ground myself. I'm sorry.
Just talk about dongs, holding our breath.
I know
all those things.
And this is the one episode we're actually recording like earlier in the morning, so we like both just woke up because it was the only time we could record. So I'm sorry.
Woke up for you. I had to shut all the blinds to like make it dark, and I'm like sitting in here, and I'm really confused about when, what, where, and who I am right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I have to tell you a funny story that I thought of. I'm always like on the thing. Every time a weird story pops in my head, I'm like, I need to remember to say this on the podcast. I love sharing just things about my childhood that I did, but this one, I'm curious if you would have done this as well.
Okay.
I worked at Staples. Loved working at Staples. I love office supply store. Nothing makes me rock hard like the smell of a 500 pack of white computer paper. Loved it. I loved sorting pens. I loved all this. But we had this incredible thing. We had a cell phone recycle spot. Okay. Oh. So you could go in, you could recycle your batteries, you could recycle your ink cartridges, and you could recycle your cell phones. Oh, so no. I love tea, especially as a teenager. And I kept seeing these phones. I'm like, nobody wants these phones. But again, way too afraid, can't steal anything. Even though it's literally garbage, I couldn't. So then I had a project coming up at school where we had to do a topic, and it was science. So I chose recycling. So I went to my boss at Staples and I said, hey, I'm doing a project at school on recycling. Can I please take all of the cell phones, which I had been there for 6 months, and the same bag was still in there with like probably 100 cell phones. And I'm talking flip phones, and people put their chargers in there. Like it was chock full of phones. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, sure. As long as you bring them back. I knew he wasn't going to ask me again. So that day I grabbed that bag and I'm like, thanks. I'm taking these cell phones. I went home. Every single one of these cell phones that had a charger, I plugged in and I charged them all up. So then nobody cleared off their phones in these like, the 2000 early like, teens and stuff. Bro,
all those pink razors were full of tea.
Everyone was cheating. Everyone was talking to multiple people. They had like hubby, and then they'd have like, and then it would say like Jessica, but Jessica was like, I love touching you the other day, or I'm rock hard. Like all of these like crazy, everybody was cheating. And I think that's why like my earliest boyfriend stuff, because I started that job when I was like 15. Yeah. I didn't trust anyone, because literally not every cell phone, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Sure, and that's
had
why
a girlfriend.
Them, because you could just get rid of a phone if you're like, oh, this is getting a little too hard. Like my wife wanted to see it.
Dude,
recycle.
Some were drug dealer phones, some were like mom phones. But then I was like immersed in these people's lives. Yeah. And then I started taking the cell phones, and I would take that cell phone with me to school. And like it didn't work or anything, but I'd sit there and I would like text to the air to continue the conversations, but they're not going to anyone. No. But then I was like, I hold too much power. Yeah. So Google was happening, and I would put the phone number into the other person's phone number into Google, and it would come up with their address, or it would come up in like the yellow pages, the white pages, stuff like that. So I started seeing these people's lives. So then I would go on Facebook and I would find the people who owned the cell phone, and I would look. Are you kidding me? And then I'd be like, I hold so much power.
You could have blackmailed all of them. You could have been so evil.
All of it. Clear your cell phones off before you do anything, because they're gonna end up in my hands.
Yeah.
I had about 60 cell phones that I could turn on. I probably have them in a box somewhere still.
I hope so. We need to find those and go through them for a video.
Dude, it'd be wild. But like, I thought that story the other day, and Adam's like, I don't know if you can tell that. I'm like, bro, that was a really long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Statute of limitations. That's like,
dude.
I mean, you are only 20, but like still.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's really funny.
Yeah, well, it's just so weird because, and it takes me back because phones were so much cooler. They were like the little sidekicks, but like a lot of them were timed out, because phones, I feel like, really like changed so fast back then. But like, why wouldn't they have sold them? They couldn't. They had to recycle because the drama.
Because the because the drama, dude, I miss those phones so much. Like when I am done with all this stuff, with all the being on the internet, I am going straight back to my throw it on the ground, break into 3 parts Nokia phone, man.
Nokia! Dude, the battery on those lasted for like 6 days.
It was like a dinosaur. It was awesome. Like unbreakable. Like literally phones you could just put back together if they dropped on the ground, just made of plastic and shit.
No, that's what we need to do for video. We've got it. We need to buy each other old technology.
Okay.
Put together old technology mystery boxes, Game Boy Colors, old cell phones.
That's
and just
fun.
Feel the vibe.
Yeah,
Feel
let's
the vibe.
go like early Y2K. I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down. I love that.
Guys listening in that comment section, if you have video ideas that you want to see, we've been doing ghost hunts on this channel. We're doing this podcast, but like we've talked about adding more fun here because you guys are really enjoying it. If you have stuff that we could do if you have stuff that we could do together,
Yeah.
let us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
like long distance. I feel like sending each other stuff and opening it and that kind of stuff, or like, I don't know, psychic stuff. We could do so many different things. So I'd be curious to see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want.
It was a better time though. It was a better time.
Oh God, it was. Do you remember hit clips? Did you ever use hit clips?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yes. Dude, everything was better. I don't know. And also it was just like, man, there were so many things as like a kid that you did that I thank God I didn't have a phone or like social media and stuff, because I don't know. Not that I was like a bad kid, but I was just stupid.
Still.
Like we're all just so stupid as kids.
Yeah. I feel like kids aren't as dumb now.
No,
They're
they
like
can't
more
be.
calculated. Because it's forever. Everything's forever if you post
Yeah,
it.
because everything's forever. And all the kids are on social media. That's like a hot topic, I guess. And you're about to have a kid. Not that we need to get into a hot topic, but like low key. Yeah, like social media and having kids and stuff. I think about it constantly. I think about having kids all the time in this day and age, and just being like, I just want to, go in the mountains and raise them. Just like not have them exposed. I don't know. So what are you thinking about that?
My number one question I get from people is, are you going to put them on social media? Which is like, a part of me does not want to at all. But another part of me realizes I can't protect them forever, but I can protect them as well as I can. So Adam and I have thrown around having a different name for them on social media than their actual name. So they like have their social media name. I don't plan on ever making child-focused content, but like I kind of like the way Trisha Paytas did it, where it's like, oh, she's with her family, then they're there, but the videos are not focused on the kids or what they're doing. She doesn't do videos with her kids, but if they happen to be in a family photo where they're in the background,
Sure.
I don't think I care that much. I also like, we're backcountry folk. It's not like we're living in a city. Like obviously a kid can get snatched anywhere, but at the same time, I don't know yet. It's hard. Everyone's been on the journey with us, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so everyone's been through this with me for 5 years, and then no prize, but also my kid's not a prize.
Yeah, no, totally. It's hard to be on the internet with that kind of stuff. Like even thinking about it, it like makes me like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's like less about people snatching the kid, more about just people being gross on the internet. But yeah, I think like I always say, because I do so many like family vlogger videos basically, but I always say like, it's one thing to post a picture with your kid. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. Like that's dependent upon whatever. And then there's one thing to put a picture or a video of just your kid eating a banana and you like shoving it in their face or something, like what's her face did. It just like such suggestive, disgusting content. Like I think there is a gray area. I watched a very video. Black and very white area.
I watched that video and I think that's something that brought a lot to light to me, was that because it's things that like you'd never think, and then you see these other people doing it. It's so obvious, and that was so gross. But I like when people do kind of like the faceless thing, or they'll show their kid up to like a year old, because after a year, like they're never gonna look like that again, right? Like they're not gonna be recognizable. It's something that we've talked about on and off, but man, I don't know if you know till you do it, but like I will never be a family vlogger. This is my job, my favorite thing to do. I want to keep it separate. Example. Last night, okay, I'm in Walmart at 9:30. Somehow Walmart hits so good at 9:30. I don't know what it is.
Hell yeah.
I'm shopping. A man comes up to me, taps me on the shoulder, and I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know something for your safety. And I'm like, what? And he's like, a woman has been following you around all Walmart, and she's been recording you. So I don't think he knew what my job was.
Yeah.
But of course, me, no safety thing. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. Where is she? And he's like, she's in the aisle next to you. So I take my cart right over, like, not like leave. I like go right over. But that's the thing. Like, I don't want my child, which Adam also brought this up, to feel exposed or feel like they're going to be filmed or stuff like that. He's like, because I'm like, oh, like it could be fun. He's like, no, like he's going to deal with things that other kids don't have to deal with, especially if he goes to like public school and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit.
I know. Yeah. And it's kind of baked in no matter what, which kind of sucks. It just is what it is. It's like when celebrities have kids, it's just like, everyone wants to know what they look like, what their name is, what their favorite baby food is. Like, it's just like, whoa, it's so intrusive. But yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't have a kid, so I have no idea. I have no idea how I'd handle it. But, and then
it's so weird.
Also, like, you have this baby and you're like in love with this baby, and all you want to do is like share it with the world, like in a wholesome way. Just like, look at
my
this.
sister-in-law.
So, like,
my nephew. All day, it's just Instagram. It's like, we just tried apples. Now we're in our swing.
Yeah,
but like I love it. But like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's hard. It's hard because I love those baby videos. I watch them all the time, and I think they're so cute. Or like little toddlers talking in like Scottish accents and shit. I'm just like, oh my God. But it's like wholesome. It's not.
But there's a line.
There's
right?
a line.
Like they didn't cross the line. Like they're dressed.
Yeah.
They're being funny. Like, and they're enjoying it. Like, that's the other thing where I had the other thought, like, I want to start a faceless Instagram for them, because what if in 17 years from now, they're like, I want to do this same job as you. I do have an opportunity to help them build that for a job. But like, I don't know that for 17 years. That's a long way. Yeah. But it's a blessed job. It's a cool job. And what if they're really cool? I feel like you either have it or you don't have it for social media.
Totally. Yeah. I just want to give my kid that option. I'd be like, I won't do anything I'd like to think that I'm not, I would just be like, it's all yours when you're 18. Do whatever you want. But like, until then, I'm not going to, just because you see so many kids that just get by this, like all the YouTube.
There's that documentary right now out on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's called, Bad Influence, I think.
Yeah. It's just really sad. I'm just like, damn. Like, and most of the kids don't get paid. They get overworked. They get tortured. If you're talking about the 8-passenger one, like, it's just, I don't know. There's like a broad spectrum. So I don't know. It just makes me so sad. I don't know why I get so riled up about that stuff. Like, I talk about serial killers. I talk about cults and all this stuff.
It's kids.
I think it's just because it's so recent and it's like in our sphere. Like, I could DM these people and be like, hey, stop being a piece of shit. Let your kid be a kid. Like, stop monetizing your child. I don't know. I get like so amped up. I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's important. It's kids, and kids always get me amped up. I'm curious if you've seen this trend lately, by the way, and I thought it was so wholesome and cute. It's where parents, and it lets me know that our generation is doing such a different job with kids, like either better or worse. It's one or the other, I feel like. But you say to kids the beginning of a phrase and they finish it. So it's like, I brought you into this world. So we know, okay, if I say, I brought you into this world,
and I can take you out.
Right? But the kids are like, because you love me. Oh. Like, because they don't know the other half. And they're like, you just wait till we get home. And it's like, till we go to the store. And it's such wholesome, like, cute shit. Aww. And I'm like, we're doing okay as parents.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's all healing. It's kind of healing to see. Like, there's like crazy gentle parenting. That's wild.
Not me.
Like, where kids, I don't know. And then there's really good gentle parenting that I'm seeing, like, you know, actually treating them like a person and not just like, get it together. Like, I think there's a nice balance between it. And I don't know how the hell that works yet, because I'm not a mom. But some parents, it's really nice to see that. Or like parents that keep their kid off camera and they're talking to them and like they're showing how they deal with tantrums or this. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I like that. That's really helpful. So yeah.
I tried to put myself in a box on what kind of mom I think I'll be, and I feel like I'll be a soft cigarette mom.
Oh.
So
Doesn't
I'll be
smoke
like,
at all.
Don't smoke at all. But I'm a little cussy. You can swear at home. Yeah. Like, your room doesn't have to be clean, but like, we'll fight a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that's spot on for you. I think that's spot on. There's nothing wrong. I think that's good. Like, I think you're not necessarily going to be BFFs with your kid, but you're also going to be like, you know, a little bit of a cool mom with a disciplinary husband. That's like, okay,
no,
no,
I'll
mom
be-
said that you could do this, but
I'll
no.
be the disciplinarian, I'm sure, which is scary because Adam's so soft. I just want to be like, the kid
true.
falls down and then I don't want them to like melt. I don't want a super, super soft kid. Like rub some dirt in it, get back out there.
100%. Yeah, that's how I'll have to be with my kid if I have a kid. With Caleb, well, I feel like just making stuff fun and funny is just going to be mine and his go-to. Like if a kid falls down, they're like, whoa, nice one. Like, are you bleeding? Nice. Is there bone showing? No? All right, let's get back out there. Let's go. I feel like just being positive is
you guys
like,
are the best parents. I can see it. Like I can literally, like some people I can't envision them being parents, but I can envision you and Caleb as parents. I'm just like, that's going to be a good time.
I think it would be a good time. I really like, Caleb said something the other day that just like made my heart. And I feel like all you know, if you're with a man and you guys are gonna have kids or whatever. But anyway, I got the cat a bunch of stuff for her room to like make it really cool and she could jump onto things and this. And I surprised him. I'm like, look what I did for the cat. And he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, whatever. But he's just like, he walked into the room and he's like, you're gonna be a great mom someday. And I was like, bend over on the couch.
Give me your seed.
No, but it literally, I was just like, I don't think he understood like what that. I was just like, wait, that's so sweet. Because he's so honest about stuff. So we've talked about this in the past. So
why are we both tearing up now?
But I've asked him like months and months and months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. We're just crying.
Oh my God, we're both crying.
That I was just like, do you think I'd be a good mom? And he was just like, I don't know. And I was like, because he's very literal, because, you know, he's got autism and he's just very literal about stuff. He's like, I haven't seen you in that position yet. I haven't seen you with kids really and that. And he's like, so I can't really say. He's like, I assume so. But I got so like, you know, offended like in my feels. I'm like, how dare you? So when he did say that, like when he does say stuff like that, and he's not meaning to like hurt my feelings. He's just being. Yeah. So when he did say that on his own accord without me even asking, I was just like, oh my God, he really means it. Like he loves really sweet.
No, that was, I really love Caleb a lot. And like, I've met Caleb a couple times now. And, you know, I just feel like he's such a good guy. He deep down. Like he just has a good heart and he just wants to create things. And I don't know, you two together is just it's a good blend.
It is. I think so. And you
We're getting emotional.
Perfect too. And it's funny how similar they both are.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I remember asking him, I'm like, do you think Adam has autism a little bit? And he's like, no. And I'm like, I think that's the only thing in the world you might be wrong about.
He's changed his mind since, by the way. Yeah. Okay, yeah, just based off of like watching content. He's like, okay, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Again, he can only go off of like what he knows. Cause I think when you asked that, he had just met him for the first time for like a couple days.
It was like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
Wait, so tell me about the idea change. Tell me what happened.
For what?
When he was like, yeah, maybe he does.
I don't know. I think I was just like watching videos and we were talking about it. And I was just like, remember when he said like not? I was like, look, he's like exactly like you. And with this stuff and not that, I mean, it's such a spectrum, you know, but he's just like, no, he's definitely got his own kind of thing going on for sure.
He's on the chart. He's charted.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. I think it's a little superpower, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Autism. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And you know, like it's such a spectrum, but like Adam, Caleb, just smartest people I've ever met in my life. I'm just like, yes, tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I've met and worked with and like people all across the spectrum, like nonverbal to, you know, high functioning. And I don't know, there's something about like, even then, like it's crazy how some people with autism just have like these, like doing math really well or being able to like
they're without the fluff. You know the fluff?
Yeah, my sister husband has a brother who's nonverbal. He can't walk and stuff, but he's like a little ray of sunshine, and he has such attitude, and he signs even with attitude. And I don't know. It's just like I don't know. There's like
that's so cool.
There's a lot. I don't know what I'm saying, but I think it's wonderful in a lot of ways.
It makes sense.
Doesn't make you less of a person.
No. Like I remember the biggest conversation that came up when we were having our babies. Now we're going to jump into a different one here. Yeah. They're like, if your child had Down syndrome, would you get an abortion? And I was like, no. It's just one of those hard ones.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. And it's like, I don't know. It's people don't really talk about it enough, but it's just like.
But it happens a lot. Like when we had our eggs sent off, there were some eggs they're like, don't use these. I'm like, what's wrong with them? And they're like, they wouldn't make it to, Earthside, which I'm like, okay, well, that's good. Don't use them if you don't have to, I guess. But like at the same time, it was like, it's crazy. Some people will go in and 50% of their eggs will have genetic abnormalities. And it's like, it happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how far science has come with that stuff. And it's such like a hot topic too, because I don't know, there's people that are pro IVF, pro surrogate, anti, and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I'm just like, hey, if people want to have babies and we can have babies, then I think that's wonderful. Because the population rate is going down drastically, and for kind of good reason. I mean, nobody can afford to live, let alone have a baby. So, and I think people are just getting smarter, where they're just like, I don't think having kids right now is smart for me. But
the age keeps going up and up. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like to each their own. Like if you want to have kids at 20, great. If you want to have kids at 40, great. And we're able to do that now. So
if I would have had kids the first 2 times I was pregnant, I wouldn't be in life where I am, and I wouldn't be able to support them the way that I could. I'm not saying you need a lot of money, you know what I mean? Like I grew up very strict, very like coupon cutting, you know what I mean? And I've lived my life in my adulthood where like I was fully thought I was going to be on the street. So like I've seen all the different ways that families can happen, and like the surrogate thing is crazy because people get so mad about it, and I get it when it comes to politics and religion, but all I can say is like this woman who has helped us, Jessie, she's amazing. She's like, I love doing this and I want to help you, and it was such a beautiful, like if anybody could meet our experience, they'd say this is such a beautiful, amazing thing. But some people, holy shit, they're like, you're just using these women like cattle. I'm like, whoa,
it's voluntary.
No.
They're not.
She's like one of my best friends.
Yeah, that's
so gross.
That's very strange. That's terrible. I didn't think that you'd get a lot of like negative backlash like that. It's like it's
bad.
Yeah.
Reddit. Oh shit. We don't go on Reddit.
No, don't go on Reddit. Reddit's
no
bad place.
Also, you don't get paid for it in Canada. I don't know why people think that these women are like getting paid. Like you get reimbursements, but you don't like. It's not like, oh yeah, you want to have a baby? Here's a couple $1 million. It doesn't work like that.
No. Yeah. It's very different, especially up there. I don't even know how it works in the States, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've heard some scary stories.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
there was one, like, listen to this. So this woman went to LA, and it was a clinic in LA that had women in New Mexico or in Mexico. Nope, in Mexico. I don't want to mess this up. So the woman does IVF. They send their eggs down to the woman. They implant it in the woman, but then they tell them, they send the ultrasound, they're like, oh, it's a boy. Next one, it's a girl. Then the gestation of the baby is way ahead of where it should be. And then they just get delivered a baby that is clearly not theirs. Oh. But their eggs are gone.
Oh. That's
so what
scary.
Happened to all their eggs?
Right.
And then they get given a baby that's not genetically theirs at all.
Wow.
So like, did they sell their eggs? Is it a conspiracy? Like, what is it?
That's who knows? I mean, there's a lot of up shit going on in the world. Lord knows that people's eggs are getting stolen and resold over here for, I don't know. That stuff's like kind of crazy to think about too. Like if you freeze your eggs, then what if they get mixed up and like, I don't know how that works.
Dude, I have a nightmare all the time that this baby comes out not mine. And sometimes it comes out as an animal. Sometimes it comes out and it's like a different nationality. And I'm just like, I'll keep it.
Yeah,
like,
it's fine. It's fine.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, it'll be exciting. It's happening so soon too.
Oh shit, bro. We're at 14 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how fast 14 weeks goes in our life?
Yeah. Wait, it has been 14 weeks or
14 weeks left?
Yeah, it was like, it's been way more than 14 weeks.
Yeah, she's like 26 weeks or something right now.
Oh my gosh. How's she doing?
She's so good.
Good.
And she's got such a bump. It's so cute. And I just look, but like, I'm just like, that's my baby in there. But it feels weird. Like the connect isn't, you know what I mean? Like when he comes out, I think that moment when I see him, I'll just be like,
yeah. Yeah. And also, maybe you won't. I know a lot of women that are just like, it took months for me to connect with my babies. So just like go at it with no expectations, I think. I think that's the best. I mean, maybe moms in the comment can comment on that.
Yeah, let me know.
I don't know. I know a few women that are just like, I felt bad. Like I was like, who is this? Who is this baby?
Who is this thing?
You know? But maybe it will be like instant. I don't know. You'd think it would be like instinctual. But
yeah,
I think if you're an overthinker and I don't know, that you're just...
I'm excited and I'm nervous and I just know our whole world's going to change.
It is.
So
I can't
much.
wait to visit and spoil him. And...
It's going to be... We might be changing his name. I know you know his name, but I think we might be. It's been the same name the whole time. Because everyone's is like, that's either it's a girl's name or it's a dog's name.
Oh,
do you see it kind of?
I guess I didn't even think of that, but that's the thing is like you get one name and then people are just like, yeah, I have my cat's name is this. Can you tell me on here? Can they bleep it out? The new one or no?
No, we don't have a new one. We don't have a new one. We just might have to change it from the one we said. But here's the thing, and I'll give it a hint. Like I'm French Canadian. A part of me is French Canadian. It's a male French Canadian name. But a lot of people are like, that's a girly name. So if you guys can figure it out from that.
It's unisex.
Yeah, which is fine.
I love unisex names. I think
me
they're
too.
so
but
cute.
like everyone that I meet says, oh yeah, that's my dog's name. That's my sister's dog's name. And I'm like,
I know people
but
just
I
ruin
liked it. I know. I shouldn't have told anybody.
I'm not going to tell literally anybody, probably except you and my siblings. That's it. Okay. I'm not even going to tell my mom. Like they'll just be like, ow. I knew this person and I hated them in high school. Like people always just ruin it somehow.
Mine is when you say the name, they go, oh. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I don't care. It's like, I feel like that's why you can't tell people because when you have the baby, then you're just like, this is this person. Like this is,
and it's done.
Gary.
Paper
like, oh, Gary. That's really cute. Also, the name Gary is like dead now. It's dead.
It's extinct. That also the name that we had is on the extinction list.
Yeah, that's
so
kind
I'm
of
like,
fun.
But
Bring it back.
Yeah,
bring it back. I know Caleb and I we were watching a show, and a name came up in the show, and I've never heard it before, and I was like, whoa, that's a cool name. But the character was like terrible. But I was like, it won't be named after this character. I just really like the name, so I'm just like I'm keeping it in my back pocket. But I'm sure if I ever had a kid and I named it that, then people would be like, is he named after this? If I have a him or he, or him or he, girl or boy, because it could be either.
Could be either. It's gonna come out with one or the other, or both.
It's so fun to think about, though. That's okay, though. Have a couple in the back burner.
Yeah, I don't like boy names. Boy names are so hard for me.
Boy names are hard. It's funny because I could give you a million girl names.
Really?
Yes. So I wonder if I would have a girl in the future because I'm just expecting to have a boy because Caleb has all boys in his family. Like it's all.
What do you
men.
want? If you got to choose though?
I don't care. Like a year ago, I feel boy. Like, I feel like I should just be a boy mom because like I don't know, like being a girl and growing up with experiences that I've experienced and the girls around me have experienced. I just feel like I wouldn't want to shelter her, but I would just want to protect her so much. Not that I wouldn't a boy, but boys and girls grow up differently. So, but honestly, we have friends that have moved down here and they have little girls. All of them do. There's a couple of them, and they're so sweet. Girls are just so sweet and gentle, and it's funny seeing them affect the husbands. Like they just become softies. So I'm just like, oh, that's cute. So there's good in both. I really don't care. Now
I want a girl so bad.
Yeah.
And then I have a friend who's having a baby. Yeah, I have a friend who's having a baby at the exact same time, and hers is a girl. And like I'm fine with boy. Don't guys in the comments do not.
No,
I'm so
I
excited.
think that's fine.
Big brother, I'm so excited. But like initially, I was like, "Come on, girl."
Yeah, dude. I mean, that was
day.
like my sister. My sister literally, she has George, my nephew, and then she's pregnant, and she just announced her pregnancy. She wanted a girl really bad because she just wanted one of each. And it was a boy, and it was cute. They like hit a golf ball, and it blew up and blew. And she was like, but she's like so happy, you know. She's like, I guess I'm gonna be a boy mom. But you can hope for a gender. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think people that are like, so you hate your child. It's like, no, dude. No. Like I just thought it would be fun to, dress her up and like have fun and have a little mini me or whatever. I don't think that just like when men are like, I want a boy. It's like that's just natural. It's kind of like a natural thing. And it's funny, Caleb is like all sciencey about it, but there's like studies that are coming out now about how not more feminine, but men that are in like less stressful situations like are not like high intensity athletes and that kind of thing are more likely to have boys. And then you see so many like MMA fighters and football players, like all like not all of them, but a lot of them have girls because it like has something to do with like the heat on their balls or some shit like that.
No, that makes sense. I also heard a thing that like if the dudes are like if it's like a real good time, it's most likely a boy, but if it's more like a quickie, it's usually a girl. And I was like, I don't know if that has anything to that at all.
No,
but it's interesting,
right? It is. And like ovulation, like the male sperm are faster, but the girl's sperm like live longer. So if you have it like before your ovulation, then I don't know. There's so many things, and I've been reading about it constantly. And not that I'm even having a kid. I'm just so interested in it.
Yeah, well, research is fun. It's also just crazy because like I've seen people do IVF and they had 11 eggs and all of them were a boy. Wow. All of them. I think Francesca posted. It was Francesca and she posted about it that all of them were boys. So they did another round. But it's crazy because like we have 10 eggs and in America, you can choose your gender.
Yeah.
In Canada, you can't. You can't in Canada. So I'm like, what if I only want 2 kids? Like, can I send the eggs to America? Get them gendered, send them back.
I think it's good that you can't
or
play
whatever.
God.
No, I think so too.
I think we're already doing a lot being able to do that.
With the IVF, surrogacy. Like I'm already forcing this baby into existence.
But I think honestly, I don't know, and people might feel different. And I don't necessarily hate that people can choose a gender, but I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just like fun to be able to be like, I don't know what it is. And it is, I don't know, it's part of whoever's plan is out there. I think that's good.
Amen.
I think there's a reason you're having a boy.
I just saw, I think so too. And you know what's crazy? I talked to a psychic who said I would get pregnant when the surrogate was pregnant, which like obviously there's a huge chance I could never ever carry to term with everything that happens. So people who are wondering, I can't. I have a eucornate uterus. What happens is every time when the baby gets around 16 weeks, it pops off the wall. Yeah. And out she comes, which is not great. But a lot of people, there's that. And then a lot of people are like, why don't you adopt? I have exotic birds, which stops me. And then
exotic birds. How does that work?
So when I looked into adoption here, apparently having exotic parrots was a no.
Interesting.
And then I looked into adopting from a different country, and my BMI was too high.
I understand why it's so hard to adopt a child because you want them going into a good home. But I also don't understand why it's so hard to adopt a kid. Because I've looked into it too, because I would really love to adopt. And I probably will. That is my plan, hopefully one day. But it's like there are so many kids out there and you are like you could easily care for a kid. Like I just like the rules need to rule.
Well, the other thing too is a lot of them, it's a lot easier if you already have a child. It's harder if you don't. So our plan is, and Adam and I's genuine plan is to have our baby, then maybe try and do fostering. Yeah. But with a child, because if I just fostered and didn't have a child also of my own, like having to give them back, especially if they're going into a situation that isn't ideal. The truth is, guys, and not to be selfish, but I'm protecting my heart here because I don't know if I could let them go back.
It takes certain kind of people. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know?
Yeah, I would never sleep again. I would just be like, are they okay? Are they full? Are they? And it's just one of those hard ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Damn, it's got deep. Sorry.
Damn.
Guys.
Let's move into something spooky instead.
Okay? Yeah. Let's segue.
So we put out our haunted video, and people enjoyed the shit out of it, dude.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And then in the next one, we went to some crazy places, but we did, and I'll let you guys do your own research. We won't talk about what we did there, but we did go to Critters Lane, and it's this like really funny spot outside where I live. But I had to tell you my funny story about Critters Lane.
Yeah.
I had this friend named Jackie, who's actually how I met my husband, and her and I used to do the craziest thing. She drove this really old piece of shit car, which was hilarious, and we would go into like abandoned buildings and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like one time we decided to go to Critters Lane. We parked our car on the side of the road. How terrifying is that road? By the way,
horrifying. It's like you're on the road to purgatory.
Yep. Yeah. So we went into the woods, and we walked in, and about 300 feet in is a van. Just just rotten out van. I don't know how it got in there, but we ended up getting lost in there for like 3 hours, and we ended up in some man's backyard, like a whole concession over. And then he was just standing there like with his gun in the backyard, and then he just threw us on his ATV and brought us back to our car.
Oh,
So that's my Critters Lane story. But this friend and I just have to tell you, we went to so many abandoned places, and one time we saw an abandoned house, an abandoned barn. So we were in the abandoned barn. And it was so much fun. And then we see the abandoned house. We go up, door's locked. She's like, nah, I can get in here. I can get in here. She jimmies the lock. We go into this house thinking it's abandoned. Wasn't abandoned.
there were people
Wasn't
living in
abandoned.
it.
Yeah, and they didn't do anything while we're trying to break into the front of the house. We go in, husband and wife in the kitchen. And this is their reaction, okay? We've been jiggling the thing, nothing. We go in. It's so dusty. It does look abandoned. I really should have called someone about them. And we go in, and a man just pokes his head around the corner, and he goes, hello? And we're like, hello? And then we just left. But yeah, it was a man and a woman in the kitchen.
Thank
They were
goodness
so old.
that you're okay.
It's abandoned now. It's abandoned now.
Oh, maybe they're still there. Maybe you just saw ghosts.
Chris.
It was dusty.
Oh, shit.
The girl that sees ghosts didn't realize it was ghosts.
I'm going to do some research.
They didn't
I'm
react
going to
at
do some
all.
research on that. No, he just looked. He just bent his head and went, hello? And then he saw his wife sitting at the table in the back. Oh, no, Chris.
That's pretty funny.
Was it a ghost?
Maybe. We should go back there. Try to find
I'll take you. It's a good video. It's a good video.
Yeah.
Did you sleepwalk as a child, by the way? I was having a conversation about this the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've talked about it briefly, but I did
Yeah.
violently sleepwalk as a child. I used to like wake up with peanut butter sandwiches on me. I fell down the stairs. I pushed my mom down the stairs once. Like I used to sleep work. Like I was sleep getting her done is what I was doing. I was like, I don't know, trying to commit murder and then also have a snack.
No, I love that. See, I'm an eater now that I'm older. But the weirdest one I ever did was I got up, got naked, left, woke up in the shed in my parents' backyard on a cigarette machine.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't done that.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. They had to lock the doors. I mean, we locked the doors anyway because I been known to try to jiggle the door to go outside, but that's wild. I wasn't like that.
No, I've gone to the conservation area. I've woken up in the conservation area when I was a teenager. Clothes on.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if your kid's going to sleepwalk.
So there's two things I don't want. I don't want him to freaking sleepwalk, and I don't want him to talk to ghosts.
He's probably going to do both.
I know. Dude, the psychic who told me I'd be pregnant at the same time also told me that the reason we're going to move out of our house into a different house is because he's going to be talking to somebody, and it's going to stir something up in the house when he's born.
Oh, no. Stop. No.
Okay,
No.
Talking ghosts, dear. If you had to be haunted by one celebrity ghost
Ooh.
for the rest of your life, who would it be?
That's easy. It's Robin Williams. That'd be such a fun time.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, him or Elvis Presley. Then I just have like my own little.
That's good.
Blue. You know, that'd be fun.
Can you imagine you just on the toilet and Robin Williams and Elvis Presley are just looking at you?
Yeah.
Dude.
What about
I have
you?
no idea I have no idea.
Really?
Brittany Murphy.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I love her.
Yeah.
I feel like she'd be chill too.
Yeah.
There's some people I'd be like, I'd kill them off to have them as a ghost.
Oh my god. Yes. Princess Diana. Oh. We were born on the same day.
Damn. Are you serious?
She's a July 1st baby too. Yeah, we're both cancers.
What year did she die?
It's funny. It's not funny. It's horrible. She's literally a queen, literally a princess. But she was born, I was born the year after she died.
On her birthday?
Yeah.
Wait, pop up a picture.
No, I mean
Princess
a year.
Diana beside you.
I was born a year before she died.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, I know because I was like, wait.
Took you a year to
she
incarnate.
died, I believe, in 1997, and I'm a 96.
Yeah, I thought you were a Gen Z, but I was wrong.
No.
And you were very offended when I brought that
Yes,
up.
I was. Yeah, August 31st. Oh, wow. So, whoa. This is weird.
Wait.
Wait, let me
talk
let me
conception?
figure
What's
this
going
out
on here?
for a second.
Okay, you're gonna math this. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. Chris is deep. She needs to.
Oh, wait. Okay. So I was a couple days off. Why was I a couple days off? It's the morning, okay? But she died a day before, sorry, 2 days before Caleb, like a year before Caleb was born. So I thought it was like the same day, but I quite literally just got his birthday mixed up in my head because I wanted it to be true, because she died on August 31st, 1997, and he was born on August 29th, 1990.
Do you believe the conspiracy theories on that, or what do you think happened there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know. You read into it.
The puzzle pieces fit too perfectly.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do a deep dive on it to really form an actual opinion, because actually that's a good idea. I'm going to do that because I
like it. Write it down.
Adore her, and I mean the whole world did. I think she's so wonderful.
I have a magnet on my fridge. It's a Princess Diana magnet, just because I love her so much. And I have the Princess Diana TY Beanie Baby, so I will watch the shit out of that,
dude. Yeah, I don't know. And the actress that played her, did you watch The Crown?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I want to see Kristen Stewart as her, though. Did she do a good job?
She and Spencer?
In Diana?
Yeah, I think she did a pretty good job. It was kind of a dark part of it because it was really leaning into like her bulimia and all that kind of stuff. And it was a tough watch, but it was good. It's weird seeing Kristen Stewart do a British accent, but I think she did a pretty good job given that she's not British. But I think the women, the whole casts, because they recast, because the cast gets older as The Crown moves on. So every couple seasons they redo the cast. The casting is incredible. They look just like them. Besides maybe Prince Philip, or no, not Philip. Prince Philip. I think the casting was a little off there, but the people that played Princess Diana, and one of them,
perfect.
She looks like me. Like, it's certain angles. I actually, when I watched the show, it was tripping me out so much. Do you know Emma Corrin?
You have it. I see it. Emma Corrin? I'm going to have to look her up.
I'm going to show you a picture that, like, trips me up. And you can tell me if I'm crazy, but people used to say that I
want to see it.
She kind of looks like me. From, like,
yes.
Isn't that weird?
That's
or, like, I don't know. But then she looks nothing like me when she isn't Princess Diana. But I don't know if it's the eyes and like the straight nose. I'm not sure.
It's the shape of the eyes, and it's the shape of the eyes. Let me see your nose. And a little bit of the nose.
Like when I look at her, I'm just like, whoa. I don't know. I think it's just the eyes and the eyebrows, maybe, because I don't know. It's very weird.
No, it's definitely different. I like it's definitely the shape of the eyes and the nose for me is what I see.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
I love when
they
things
did an
are
amazing
cast
job.
well.
I highly recommend watching it. It is so good, and the drama. And it's real. I think there's 6.
Okay. That sounds like a weekend for me, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty long episodes. I think it'll take you a couple weeks.
The royals are weird.
Oh, it's so weird, dude. It's so corrupt and weird, and it doesn't make any sense.
I wonder how they felt watching it, because, they're just sitting in their castle watching and being like, I didn't do that.
Yeah, and they're so pro Diana in the show, too. It takes a while to get to Diana stuff, because they do all of Queen Elizabeth stuff in the beginning, which is so entertaining, because she's a boss-ass bitch. Mm-hmm. She had to take over because her dad died at, like, really young.
Really young, like 20-something, right?
Yeah, 20, maybe early 20s.
Wow.
And she was, like, in Africa and stuff, and then she just, I don't know, it's just so cool. Like, I think it's all weird, and it shouldn't exist anymore.
It is strange. My grandmother was born just a couple days after the Queen, so she grew up with the Queen, same year and everything, so she loved it. So her life, she always connected, and it was crazy to watch her just pass away, like 2 years ago now or something, because my grandmother passed away in like 2008. So it's like so weird, because I've watched her and been like, and my grandma kind of looked like her as well, which was very strange. So it was kind of like watching her live on, but my grandma loved the Queen.
Yeah, I mean, man, when you watch the show, and I mean, of course, it's Hollywood. They're going to, romanticize it and everything. But, I mean, I think she's, for what she was born into and for what she did, is pretty cool to see. It's cool to see. There's, like, so much corruption, but it's also just, like what do you do when you're born into it? I don't know. And then
many
her
urban
sister Margaret
legends.
was like
What
a
happened?
badass.
What happened to Margaret?
I think she passed away.
She would have to. They're all around. They would all be around 100.
I think
I
so.
don't even know that there was a Margaret. I didn't even know that.
Margaret. Oh, she died in 2002. But she was like didn't want to be in the royal family, and she was like the rebel and everything, and she like did scandalous stuff here and there. I was just like, oh, works, queen. She was like,
Do it.
like Princess Diana before Princess Diana kind of thing. But then she was like a little bit, I don't know. It's just, you gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna rewatch it. I think.
Okay, sounds good. You rewatch it and I'll watch it and we'll reconnect. Like book club, but TV club.
Exactly. That sounds better.
Yeah. So I have so many. I just write down so many questions I want to ask you that I want to pick your brain. Okay.
Please.
I want to know, because you're a conspiracy theorist, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which conspiracy theory you don't believe in but wish it was true?
Oh.
It's a hard one.
I wish that was true.
That you know isn't, but you're like, oh, I wish it was.
Kind of wish flat Earth was true. Don't believe in it. I think it'd be fun that there's an edge to this thing, you know?
That would
then
be
we could just
funny.
throw all the criminals off, like the people that hurt people and do stuff. We could just be like, and it could be like a ceremonial thing, like a Viking thing, where we put them off in a ship and we're just like, be gone!
Once a year, all the bad guys go on the ship.
And they just like float away into space or something. I don't know. But yeah, that'd be fun if that was real.
No. If that would be cool. I can't even think of one. I don't even have one.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the moon landing?
But like, was it real? How could it be?
How could it be real? Do you not believe in it, or do you believe in it?
Okay, I need to think about this. What year did it happen again, though? This was like
69, I think.
Nah, I don't believe in it.
Is it 69? I think it was 69. You don't believe in it?
Nah. Do you?
Moon landing first. I need to fact check myself in real time.
Okay.
Oh wow, I was right. July 24th, 1969. How
they have the technology to get
I believe it. Because everyone's like, I don't know. Because everybody's just like, I think we have now landed on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Did we land on the moon in 1969? I might deep dive this. I need to know more. I don't know enough. But everybody's like, how did the broadcast go back to Earth when like that wasn't even a thing yet, or all this stuff? And I'm just like, or it was like, maybe it was delayed, maybe it was recorded, and then they played it. They're like, maybe
how do you live televise from the moon? How do you live televise from the moon?
I don't know.
Because wasn't it live?
I don't know if it was live. I don't think it was
now
live.
We need to, you need to
Oh God, we're getting into it now.
Was it live? Was the moon
Was it live?
I just know someone's going to be in the comments and they're just going to be like, yep.
Yes,
here's all the facts.
Apollo 11 moon landing was broadcast live to the world.
Does not. No, you can't even broadcast live right now, could you? From the moon?
I'm sure. Yeah, they've done that. They've done like interviews with people in space.
Where's chat? Okay.
Ask if it thinks the moon landing was fake and why.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
We're gonna ask the real genius here, AI.
The 1969 moon landing was real. I trust chat, man. Bunny was talking about the other day saying that chat was like, I know, but I got her to name herself. Her name's Esme, and we're friends.
Oh no, Selena. Also, I figured out that, or I was just started figuring out that it's like terrible for the world.
Yes, it is.
It is like definitely water consumption or something. I was like,
oh really?
Holy shit.
I thought it was gonna make everyone real dumb.
It just takes up so much energy that it's like eating up water supply and stuff. I don't know. It's
Don't
very.
tell me this. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, right. It's just gotta. I think it's. I don't know. I think it's really good and also terrible. What did it say?
Okay, it says yes. The 1969 moon landing was real. There's overwhelming evidence. Okay, but hold on.
Ask it hypothetically. Be like. Hypothetically, if it was fake, why? Or like something like that. Because of course it's trained not to give us real tea.
Yeah. Okay. So I've also trained my chat to talk to me like a sassy man.
That's funny. I like
it always goes, oh, yes, Selena Queen. Let's go into that for a second. What if to win space? Oh, if it was fake, it was to win the space race.
Yeah.
That's
well,
why
yeah,
they would fake
we know
it
that.
together, which we know that. Okay, I just need to know, how did they live stream it? I just like, this is me at 4 a.m. That's the only thing I use chat for, is like, dude. But yeah, so some people about ChatGPT, she like asked chat where her dad was now, and her dad had passed away, and it like gave her like a spiritual reading on where her dad was and stuff, and it was like weirdly accurate.
Oh. Yeah, you could go
deep.
deep into it. There's like some hacks in life that I use, but I really just use it to help me structure outlines, and I don't use it much for anything else. I don't use it for like even
spell
research because it's just so inaccurate.
Oh, bro, very inaccurate. I tried it one time to write something, and not only that, it repeated itself like 7 times.
Yeah, it does.
So pretty much what I do is I put in and I go, can you grammar and spell check this for me?
Yeah, you gaslight it.
Anyways,
be like,
I gaslight the shit out of it.
I've done that, and I've sent it to another ChatGPT, and I'm like, hey, an idiot wrote this. Can you fix it? And they're like, yeah, this sucks. And I'm like, you wrote it.
You wrote it, you asshole. Okay, so I asked it, how did they live stream it? And they say, short answer, it wasn't HD. It wasn't internet. It was a live analog TV transmission sent through radio waves from the moon to Earth.
Yeah.
But how?
That's radio waves.
Man. I'm done thinking about them.
I'm going to do a deep dive on it. I'll figure it out.
Figure it out for me, please.
I'll figure it out for the world.
Okay, now I have a bunch of other very strange questions for you, right?
Perfect.
Do you think ghosts ever get bored haunting the same place?
Absolutely. Okay, that's my joke answer, but actually I feel like they don't know. Like they don't have a concept of time.
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of this like constant thing that's happening, like almost like a not necessarily purgatory, like, but they're like like a Groundhog Day type situation. But they don't know it's Groundhog Day, you know? That's my opinion.
Next one. Okay. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on. What? Oh, okay. I want to make up a haunted urban legend right now.
Okay.
I want to make up our own urban legend.
Sure.
Right now. I know we kind of do other stories at the end, but I just want to make up an urban legend. I want to create a creature with you.
Okay.
And its backstory. So we have like La Llorona, right? Who's Bloody Mary. Okay, we have her. We have Slender Man. Mm-hmm. Who is our urban legend?
I like this. I love creatures.
And then we could write a story about it. Let's create a creature.
Where does it? Let's figure out where it lives first, because then we can kind of build it. Does it live in like the forest or like in Canada?
I was going to suggest that. Let's say forest. I like forest, and maybe like
temperate.
People in rural homes see it. Only in rural areas.
Like Appalachia type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is that too overdone? That's kind of too overdone. Maybe just any rural area, like where I live.
Yeah.
You know?
You could say northern Canada. Okay. So we already have the Wendigo, which is up there. Okay. Which is like if you do cannibalism, then you become a Wendigo. And they're like this big, really lanky, long, scary.
I've done an episode on them. They're scary. They're like werewolfy giant looking things, right?
Yeah.
That the thing that you saw that one time that we're not going to talk about makes me think of that creature.
Yes.
If you think about it.
No, that's what I was saying. Like,
is that what you saw?
Dude, you guys, that's the next haunted video, right? It's the next ghost hunt. Watch it, because I literally will never go back there because of what I saw. But
her face, white.
Anyway, yeah, no, that was, get ready for that, because that shit was
get
crazy.
ready.
Yeah, literally, I remember drawing it. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. What the okay, yeah, so we'll stay away from how the Wendigo looks, but okay, so it lives in northern Canada. What's its thing? Like,
okay, well, first, is it more human-y or more animal-y or more monster-y? We should do that first.
I always want to lean into like the skinwalker thing, like I can shapeshift kind of thing.
Okay,
but
I
like that. That's like skinwalker. So we'll think of something else. I feel like it's cold up there, you know. So maybe we're furry.
Okay, now are we tall or short?
I think tall. We gotta be tall.
So tall.
We gotta be tall. I think I think we should lean into maybe like a like a bear hybrid type thing, like a
Okay. I like what you're putting down. Real big teeth.
really big teeth. Like I'm thinking the bears that they had in like the Ice Age type thing, like really, really, I think they were like 9 feet tall or something like that.
Almost
but
like woolly mammoth, but a bear.
But yeah, it's a bear, but then how do we like morph it into a more of a creature?
Killing machine.
Is it like I'm picturing the creature that's in Annihilation. Have you seen that movie?
I think I saw it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it's so scary. It's like a bear. It's like a bear that's mostly skeleton and it's kind of like ripped apart and stuff. But it looks really, really cool.
Gonna look at it right now. Oh, that's horrifying,
isn't it?
Yeah, this is kind of what I picture as well. Like in my brain, I'm kind of seeing like a bear / the who's the guy with the Bigfoot, but with giant tusky fangs.
Yeah, like a saber-toothed bear.
Saber-toothed bear.
Like a saber-toothed bear with like actual hands, like Sasquatch hands. Okay, I like this. I'm gonna draw this guy.
Please draw this.
I'm gonna draw it.
Okay,
and then maybe next one I'll show it.
Brown, white, or black?
Ooh, purple.
Purple.
I don't know. What do you think?
You could make it black with red eyes, or you could make it white with like bright, scary, husky eyes.
Yeah, maybe it's like a
snowman,
like a polar bear gone wrong type thing, because that kind of makes sense for northern Canada.
Saber-tooth polar bear,
saber-tooth Sasquatch polar bear.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. I'm gonna like go crazy with it, but I think all of its features look a little off. Like you're like, it kind of looks like a bear. Like if people were to see it, they would be immediately like, I think it was a bear, but it didn't look like a bear. Like it had hands. It had, like.
And it needs to scream.
Oh yeah, like just a guttural, but like something's screaming inside of it. Like a person, multiple people are screaming inside of it. That would be cool.
I love the multiple women voices.
Yes,
and
children.
Everyone that it consumes joins to its scream.
Yeah.
So the scream is layered of all its different victims. Oh
yeah.
God, I love this.
Technically, Annihilation, it does do that, but it only does one. It only does one.
No, this is everyone.
And it just mimics. It just mimics what it hears in general. But I like the lore that whatever it eats, that it just adds to the scream.
So can it talk to you, but it like sounds so demonic because it's changing voices of all the people it ate?
I think so. I think that's good. Yeah, and it can only mimic people that it's eaten. It can't mimic like other people.
Oh my God. So like your sister goes missing and then you hear her calling from the woods.
Yeah.
And you go out, but it's not your sister.
Yeah.
It's okay, it needs a name. It needs a weird name.
Yeah.
The Dasi Baga. It just needs like a weird.
Ask ChatGPT.
I don't know. Yeah. Hold on. What are some scary monster names? Let's look for inspiration.
Oh God, it's gonna be terrible.
You need to draw it and then put the picture in, and then it'll give us some. All right, I'm just literally nervous. Varkash.
Ooh.
The Hollow Queen.
We should have it like
Mire.
a language and go off the language.
Well, what language? What would the language would that be? It would have to be some Latin or something like really old.
I feel like it would be almost like maybe like Inuit or something, like an Inuit language or something like that. Let's see.
We're going to come back to you guys on this one. We need to figure this out now.
Yeah, right? I'm excited.
This is a movie. We're just coming up with a lot of really good content ideas right now, guys.
I love it.
The Dusty Baga. That's me saying Dusty Burger. Dusty Baga.
I love it.
No, okay, that's really cool. I have so many strange questions today. Okay. We have our half haunted legend. We're gonna come back to you next week with a picture and the legend behind what we've created. Okay,
I'm excited.
Get excited for that.
I'm excited.
I'm genuinely excited. Okay, next one. If you got possessed, okay, what is the one thing that you would immediately regret?
If I got possessed?
Yeah, like if you got possessed, what is like the one thing that whoever possessed you would really regret? So like, say a demon gets in you and they're like, oh, this was a bad idea because of.
Gotcha. Because I was like, the bad idea was me getting possessed. Like,
no.
I got you.
Mine would be mad that it chose me because of my diarrhea.
I knew that was what you were
Because there's
gonna
nothing
say.
like trying to come after somebody and you just have to shit. Because like that's immediately what I do immediately.
I'm trying to think. What's really bad about me? It's too many things.
There's not anything. It's actually what I'm thinking about right now.
No,
It's like,
I'm just trying to think. Like, do I have anything that plagues me every day? You know, besides being possessed, obviously, in this moment.
obviously. What?
My lactose intolerance. So probably, yeah,
Okay.
like shitting also.
You're just a farting ghost.
The lack of being able to eat delicious ice cream without my tummy hurting.
It's just both of us is shitting. We'd be terribly. It would be terrible. Yeah, my demon would be upset about that. You know what yours would be? Yours wouldn't like the migraines. It'd be like, wow, how am I supposed to
true.
be creepy without being migrained?
Chronic migraines.
Okay, yeah. And then mine would be the shitting and the anxiety. I'd be very anxious.
Yeah,
You would be like, I'm gonna kill you. Are you okay with that? Shit.
Yeah, I'm overthinking it. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now this one's a really deep one, okay? What's the
Okay.
worst piece of advice that you have given or received? I feel like it's more like received. I feel like I give good advice.
Yeah, I've never given bad advice ever. Advice that I've received. What is yours? Out of curiosity.
Mine is that you'll lose all your hair if you keep dyeing it. So the advice was to stop dyeing your hair. You're gonna lose all your hair, but that's not how that shit works.
No, it depends on what you're.
No.
If you're bleaching it, then
Yeah, but
You're
like
not gonna-
I just dyed my hair black, and she's like, "You will be bald by the time you're 40." I'm like, no. So that's probably the worst piece of advice I've gotten. Or you know what the other one was? Is the worst piece of advice? Yeah, I got it. If somebody you over, them over twice as hard.
eye for an eye.
I don't live with that.
It's never. Good.
I'm not that bitch. I decided
No.
I am not that bitch. I am a kill him with kindness. I'm a silently them up in the background, or
Yeah.
just like ice them out. I ice people out
Yeah, I think that's the way to
if
go.
they're shitty. Yeah.
Yeah, I just always assume that people are going through something bad. If like I don't know if they're being nasty or something. I'm like whatever. Or
Yeah.
eye for an eye is just never the way to go unless it's like
No.
I don't know, crazy.
Someone kills my kid, I'm killing them double.
Yeah,
hard,
exactly.
That's for sure.
Pretty much what I'm saying.
There's a border.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why my brain just goes to like things that I was told as like a preteen about like eating and those kind of things, or like exercise and that kind of thing. Like it just would have, it like altered my brain. It's like, oh, if you eat cheese, you're gonna get, or if you eat cheese and bread, you're gonna be fat. And then I just like took that very seriously for a very long time, or like just shit like that.
Why were people so hard on food stuff when people were kids? My dad said, drink 3 large Coke glasses of water before you eat anything, which you should drink water before you eat. But like my dad, sorry, Dad, he went through like a really crazy diet thing, and he used to drink 4 extra large black coffees a day and 2 Timbits. And he gave himself an almost heart attack.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you gotta fuel your body. You gotta fuel your body.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucked.
That was a rough period. That was a rough period for your dad
Yeah.
and for you.
That's the one thing, like, we always end up talking about food on this. We always do. But, like, that's the one thing that I'm going to do different with my kid, because I know we've talked about that too, is I'm not going to use food as reward. Because food was always a reward for me. And now, like, I've rewarded myself into
Yeah, but you just learn, you know. Unfortunately, like we're going through shit, and I'm gonna take things that I did and apply it, or that I didn't do and did, to my kid. Like that's extensive conversations I've had with Caleb, because I've been like this as you have been. So he's like, I really want you to be like as healthy as possible and to figure out your mental health and that before we have a kid, because I don't want you going into it. Not that I would project onto them, but just so I make sure that I'm good, you know, as much as I can be. I don't think I'll ever be fully fixed, but so it's not becoming an issue, or like it wouldn't be an issue, which I don't think it would be at this point, but I think it is relevant, and I think that's good. I think that's good that you recognize that.
Yeah, But it is crazy because I can't detrain myself, which is hard.
I know.
Like anything time I'm like, let's go for dinner, let's get a cake, and it's like, man, stop. Like it's good to celebrate with food as well, but like for me, I don't have control.
Yeah, it's hard.
Binge eat the shit out of it and then hide everything. Fucking horrible.
It's so hard, and so many people struggle with it. That's the thing. It's just like even guilt. What I literally ate a cookie for breakfast, and I'm like,
does it make you feel bad?
Oh my, yeah, absolutely. I feel horrible about it. But then there's the other part of my brain, the recovering part, that's just like, it's all right.
It's
okay.
a cookie.
We're just we'll have something decent for lunch, and at least you got something into your body, and then it's just like go from there. It's fine. I don't need to expel it. I don't need to harp on myself for it. It's just like, it's okay. I'm not. There's like many other.
I'm glad
days in
you
my
have
life.
that voice. I'm glad you have that voice in your head for that, which is
good.
No,
it's good, but it's very hard to develop, and it doesn't necessarily it's not outshining my other voice. If anything, it's much quieter. But at least it's there now, where it's like
it's there. How long did it take to develop that other voice?
Years.
Like how forever.
Years and years and years. But honestly, and I keep saying it every time. I'm just like, I literally, after something like that happens, I just have to go outside and look up at the sky and look at my cows and look at how big the world is around me, and that this is literally just. That was 2 minutes in my entire life. That literally is not going to make a difference in my life. And I'm just like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's such a weird thing. And being on opposite ends of it is just like, I don't know. Thank you for all the things you've taught me.
Yeah, of course. Same to you. For me as well.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know. And we both have people around us that don't have that food noise and stuff. For me, it's my sister. Like my older sister.
I'm so jealous.
So confident and awesome, and she, she'll eat a chocolate bar for lunch, and then she'll eat a, chicken for dinner, whatever. But she's never I look at her and envy her because she's just living her life and not worrying about that. And not that she's never worried about sister. It, but I'm just like, what a beautiful thing to be able to
freedom.
Have. And that's what I want to give my kid for sure.
Yep.
Just never focus on it. It's never the focus. It's like, all right, we're going to eat lunch because we're going to fuel our bodies, and then we're going to go outside and hang out and exercise, and then we're going to be lazy and be on the couch and maybe eat some ice cream. And it's never a thing. It's never like you said, it's never a reward. It's never you can, once you do that, then you can have that. But it's okay, I guess. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what the secret sauce is, but I know it's not what I'm thinking.
Yeah, same. I've tried to explain it to Adam before, and I'm like, it's like a hole in me that I try and fill with food.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I feel like I filled the food, then it's like the amazing guilt of, oh, wow, that hole wasn't actually for food. And then I play the game over and over and over again.
Yeah, vicious cycle.
Yeah. No, it's gross.
It's
gross. But we're working on it.
We're working on it. We're working on it. No, I get it. I mean, it's just like, binging. It's you never feel good after, in any sort of capacity, whether it's eating 2 cookies or it's eating a whole cake and ice cream and a burger and fries and all that kind of stuff. And you're just like, wow, I'm so weak. And
that's what it is at the end. It's like a heroin addiction. Like, I will find a way to get it. I will. It's horrible. It drives me crazy. And then someone will say something that just like I had a friend the other day and we went out for lunch. She's like, that's one thing about you, Selena. You can eat. And I was like, fuck off.
And
don't say that.
No, it's the words that are triggering too. And it's even if
yeah.
And for that, it's like, who do you think that's helping? Like what? Especially if it's a friend, that really sucks. I'm sorry that happened.
Well, I just, it shouldn't mean anything by it, though. That's the thing. She was just...
No, of course.
But to a normal person, it wouldn't bother them.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've talked a lot about this on this one. My goodness. Okay, I have a different... Let's change the subject.
Okay.
Are you good with changing subject?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. This one's fun. You wake up, you're a Victorian child this day and age.
Okay.
Give me the first 3 hours of your morning.
Figuring out
what would happen.
Ended up where I am.
What would blow your mind? Would you make it through the first 15 minutes?
Yeah, I mean there's no black plague around or whatever, so probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably just be flicking the lights on and off for those 3 hours. What the f is this? I'd just be turning on like the little switches on the walls and on the elements and stuff because electricity wasn't a thing. So I feel like that would be the most jarring thing. If I was in your house, if I was just out in the wilderness or like out in the streets and stuff.
Yeah. Can I just sing a TV for the first time as a Victorian child? Like you come out of the bedroom after flipping the switch for 2 hours and like Elmo's on the TV. I'd be like, demons.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I'd have a heart attack. What about you?
You'd have a heart attack and you would die. No, same. I think I would just be the same. It would be
yeah.
What? My bed's made out of hay?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I don't have a fever?
Yeah.
You have toilet paper?
All 16 of my siblings are still alive?
What?
Crazy.
Okay. Now here's another one. Okay, I want to know something that you believed way too late in life. Like embarrassingly late. We talked about this a bit ago.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Mine, I learned from you.
Which one?
When it says that it's a 20% chance of rain, then it doesn't mean there's a 20% chance of rain, but 20% of that area is going to get rain.
That was late for me too. That was like 5 years ago when I learned that.
Dude,
I was like,
I'm a weather freak and I didn't know that. I was like,
yeah, what? I was like, why aren't more people talking about this the whole time? Mm-hmm. The whole time. I thought it was like,
anybody knows.
Those odds are pretty good. It's like, no, it will rain. It's just about 20% of the area.
Like, let us know in the comments, guys, if you also felt like that.
Yeah, and also what other things that you felt or like that you learned later in life. I'm trying to think of one for me as well.
I know, it was hard.
Oh, the gum thing. It doesn't stay in your body for 7 years or whatever the they say.
No,
you pass it
out pretty quick.
I learned that way too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't think of anything other ones, but those are ones where it's just like, wait, no fucking way.
Yep.
Okay.
I also didn't know that, I guess I didn't know this either, but you only breathe out of one nostril at a time. Like breathe in.
They're both nostril. Going.
Yeah, wait. But when you breathe in.
Oh, you're right. It's this one.
I think. One. No, maybe that is the myth.
No, wait.
I need to look it up now.
Wait. I need to smell something. I definitely believe that I have a dominant nostril for sure. My left nostril, dominant.
Yes, breathing in general is asymmetrical, meaning that at any given time, one nostril experiences greater airflow than the other.
Dominance. Okay.
Yeah.
One day I was just sitting there breathing and I clearly could breathe through both nostrils and figured that I might have a deviated septum or something because like it was like, whoa, this is clear. I've never experienced it. Or have you ever put on the stickers on your nose for sleeping that like holds your nose open?
I've never done that.
Oh,
I should.
Bro.
My nose is permanently clogged.
You breathe in HD.
Really?
It's insane.
I should get those.
No, Adam wears them to bed every night and like you look over and it just...
Dude, I've tried mouth taping. Caleb and I tried it. I feel like I'm suffocating.
Oh, that.
I feel terrible. And that's got I got residue on my mouth. I don't know how these people are doing it every night. I do feel better though, because I don't have like that gross film in my mouth because I'm a mouth breather, I feel like, and it's probably better for me. But my nose I have terrible allergies. And I'll suffocate.
Oh, look, God.
There's like a little
put on your mouth,
but it's like
mouth tape and nose tape at the same time and see how you do.
I'm gonna be sexy when I go to bed. Nostrils huge, mouth tape over.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. What is a fear that you had as a kid that still haunts you?
Ooh. Interesting. A fear. The rapture.
Oh.
Because every time, and I've talked about this before, but every time my parents would just tell me, like, you need to believe in God, you need to say your prayers, because if the rapture happens, we're going to be up in heaven, and you're going to be left here on earth for like that period of time where you need to prove yourself. And so every time my parents were like not in the house or like nobody's woken up yet or whatever, I literally thought my entire family had been raptured back up with Jesus. And I thought I was just left on earth to rot. So I'm still scared of that because I do because I do believe in that, and
the end of days is really scary to think about.
End of days is scary. And
what would you do?
Yeah.
So end of days is here. Everything's hitting the fan. What's your plan?
Well, I mean, hopefully I'm not here.
Okay, but you are, and the world is just ending.
Oh well, like it's just like apocalypse kind of thing. Like it's a whole other
apocalypse.
thing.
Yeah.
Like
that's a whole other thing.
That's okay.
Sorry. Jumping. Apocalypse. What are you doing?
We can jump to apocalypse. I love this subject. Listen, I'm looking into building a bunker. No, I would love to have like a little safe space like that because that stuff scares me. Especially
but there's
like all
no
the
surviving.
Politics and like if nukes are happening, I'll just die.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
point.
point.
You'd wait for a nuke, or would you take yourself out?
I don't. I think killing yourself is. I don't know. It depends on the situation, but I don't.
You have kids. Okay, it's 10 years from now. You have 3 children, and it's you and Caleb and all your dogs. What do you think?
I don't know. I'd have to see what's going on. I'd have to wait.
I would get Adam to annihilate us all.
Yeah. Like, but what do you know?
The earth is cracking around you. The lava's pouring up. It's going to be painful. We know we got 10 minutes.
Okay. Sure.
Pop, 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 pop.
Sure.
Away we go.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my family to suffer or anything. I'd probably do the same thing. I'd be like, Caleb.
It's time.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking about it.
You brought it up.
But I know, but I regret it and I don't like it. I don't want to die.
What are you afraid of? What were you afraid of as a kid?
Honestly, death. Dying. I have a hyper fear. You've seen it. Like my heart goes weird. I have diabetes. I am just so afraid of dying. That's just my genuine fear. Not even from like as a kid, totally afraid of dying. As an adult, totally afraid of dying. But I have you know what a part of it is? I think it's because I see ghosts and I see things.
Sure.
And I know that things get stuck between. And I'm just like, that's a little too much for me to handle.
Yeah.
Because I know if you fully get out of there's no coming back. If something's lingering around, like,
yeah.
I don't want to linger. Because like if I died, I'd be like, no, I need to stay with Adam. And then I'd get freaking stuck here or something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I think that's like the most common thing is to be afraid of dying because it's scary. It's like it's the ultimate unknown and it is going to happen to all of us. Yeah. So I think about it daily.
Oh,
but I'm
gross.
like,
I'm afraid of that.
Is this really bad to say? I'm kind of looking forward to it.
To dying? Oh God, why are you looking for? I'm having a good time.
I don't know. I think that there's just like I've been in and out of faith for a long time. And I'm back in it and there's peace in that. There's a lot of peace in that. I'm just like, maybe I don't know for sure. And I think that's okay. As I'm not saying positive. I know what, because nobody really knows, but I know that when I'm gone and again, like you're right, there might be an in-between kind of thing that you can get, but I'll be gone. And this is like a temporary thing for me, this life. Yeah. That also helps like with all the eating stuff and all this other stuff. I'm just like, this is like my temporary space. Like this is my one life. I'm going to try to just live it as best I can. And then when I'm gone. And, I'll just try to make the most of it. So
that was one of my questions actually was, do you think you choose your life and your traumas before you come?
Oh, interesting.
Like if we're getting deep, if we're getting to that spiritual deep thing, because like reincarnation, the spirit realm, all this stuff. Do you think that you get kind of a list of what your life may be and you choose to come and do it or not?
I don't think so. I mean, I have no idea, but I don't think so. I think it's like this is your life. You do it as you will, and you get choices in life, and then you get to react the way. And then based off of what you did in life is how maybe it happens or what happens to you in the afterlife. But I mean, it depends on what you believe too. If you're a Christian and you believe and you accept Jesus into your heart and all that kind of stuff, then you're forgiven, no matter if you've murdered somebody, no matter if you've stolen something, whatever. But then if you believe in something else, it might mean something else. So I don't know. But that's kind of like the peace thing for me. I'm just like, I don't know. And I'm okay with not knowing for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have this belief system and I'm at peace with that. And then if it is something else, I think I'll be okay. Like I won't be here anyway. So
my fear, but I think, what I think my fear is more, it's not about where I'm going and dying. I think my fear is leaving Adam behind. And now that I'm having this baby, leaving my kid behind and them needing me.
Yes.
And causing trauma to them by leaving. Because like, I know that if I died or if Adam died, neither of us would recover for so long. Yeah. And I just don't want kids or Adam to ever carry that grief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. When Caleb and I just talked about this last night, like he's going through a really tough time right now with work stuff. But anyway, we got into the topic of like, man, I could just, leave right now. And I was like,
check out.
If you ever left me or like vice versa, like I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Like I wouldn't want to be here anymore, So I think about like having kids and I'm like, oh, if I had kids, like I'd want to be around for as long as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally get that.
It is crazy, like that subject, because like my mom, she's looked into MAID. So MAID is medically assisted in death. It's been approved in Canada. And my mom would be approved. And at first I was so mad because I was like, how could you make, because she's like, I want to do this. And I'm like, how could you leave me? Yeah. Am I not enough for you to stay? Like, don't you want to see what's going to happen? But like and it took so long. And like, I think I'm to the point now where like she has no quality of life where I understand, but this other part, it's such a fight, right? Yeah. So I'm like, well, okay, there's God and God doesn't want you to do that. But at the same time, like, is there forgiveness? Like you've suffered for the last 20 years so violently. Like, but then our whole family will never be on the same page. But it's like, it's crazy that it could just end. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I genuinely, I think about it too much, I think. Like, I don't know. I'm just always thinking about like, whew. Like if I'm watching a movie and someone dies, I'm immediately thinking about myself dying, and I'm like, whoa, what is that like? Like, is it like, I don't know. I'm almost obsessed with what that is going to be like, and then I know when it's happening, it's going to be absolutely terrifying. I mean, I remember maybe I get hit by a bus and I won't know what's coming, but yeah.
We used to have really dark conversations about this like 5 years ago. Do you remember?
Yeah,
we would talk so deeply about it, and like. Because we were both in very different, we've both seen each other go through some really dark places. And it was so interesting talking about it back then and even talking about it now. But it's so weird. Because again, like you said, we're all going to die.
Yeah, literally all of us are going to die. Everyone you know is going to die. 200 years, no one's going to give a who you are. No, like it's actually insane. Like I genuinely think about that all
probably won't exist.
Like unless
what are we doing this for?
Yeah, I know. What is it all for? I don't understand. And that's not like a nihilistic way of looking at it. It's more of like wow, we got this one life. Let's just make the most of it because it's live it to the fullest is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying like what's the point. It's just like
it's just so weird.
It's not that serious, is what I'm saying. We all take it so seriously, and it's like, let's just try to find the beauty in it. People get so mad about
petty stuff, dude. And I'm like, wow, this doesn't matter. Why are you I get my dad, he's an angry Hungarian. I'm like, why are you letting this upset you? I'm like, this literally doesn't matter. And look what it's doing to you. Getting mad at somebody else is like holding hot coal.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not going to throw, you're just holding a hot coal. You're just hurting yourself. Like,
yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. I know we keep going light and then we keep going real deep into the dark.
Holy
abyss.
Shit.
But I think it's good. I think it's good. I think people need to think about that more and kind of give them perspective like, whew, man, this is fleeting. I'm just going to choose to look on the positive side of things if you can. I'm sure that's hard for a lot of people. I know it's hard for me at times, but shit, man.
It's just weird. Everything is weird.
It's weird.
And I can't think too deep or I start to lose my goddamn mind. Yeah.
Yeah, man. 50, 60, 70 years, we're going to be dead in the grave.
We're going to be gone. Want to talk about something funny?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I went to the interwebs and I asked people weird things that they believed as kids.
Ooh.
I feel like this fits with this topic. Okay.
Perfect.
This person thought that tampons were grenades. Their older cousin had shoved one in my hand and told me to pull the string and throw it, and I launched it into the bonfire. It did not explode.
That's really funny.
That's really
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Right. That was really fun. Okay, now this one I think is adorable. I thought squirrels were homeless cats. I used to leave them bowls of milk and try and pet them, and now I have bite scars and lifelong trust issues.
Oh, squirrels are menaces, dude. That's really cute.
Homeless cats.
Homeless cats.
That's why they're so
fuzzy
small.
Tails. Oh, they're homeless rats. That's what they are. I don't like squirrels.
I don't like raccoons.
They're evil. I like raccoons better than squirrels. Squirrels are just fuzzy rats. They're just catfishing.
They look like they're on crack all the time.
Yeah, raccoons, little burglars.
No,
Oh,
squirrels.
Squirrels.
They
Yeah,
look
I
like they're on
agree.
crack.
I agree.
Yeah,
Put
like,
nuts in
chill
their
the
mouths.
fuck out.
They're like freaks. I don't know, man. They're shifty.
All right, this person thought that mirrors were tiny TVs and the people inside them were watching me. So every time they left the bathroom, they would wave in case people on the other side were watching them. Like they thought that all mirrors were to a different dimension. But like I feel like that's a thing.
Dude, I was all about mirrors as a kid. I thought all those things. Like I tried to trick my reflection all the time. I thought like that person was another person, and then we were both like making each other up and like brushing our like I was such a mirror conspiracist as a kid, and I didn't even know it. So I'm with that.
I like that. That. No, mirrors are scary in general. They're portals. They probably are exactly that. You probably just have some weird knowledge.
Dude, if I look into a mirror too long, even now, I'm almost 30 years old. I'm like, who the is that?
Dude, if you do mushrooms and look in the mirror, it makes it very clear. Very clear that there's shit going on. You're like, oh, I'm not me.
No. Yeah, I'm like a cat looking in a mirror or a dog. Just like, who the hey.
You're not me, are you?
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, this person believed that if they farted too hard, their butthole would fall out. Their uncle told them it, and every time they had gas, they would cry and clench in fear.
There are such things as prolapsed assholes.
Literally. Well, we read a story before about a girl who farted on the plastic chair and cracked her taint.
Yeah, right. Dude,
oh
that is scary. I think about prolapsed vaginas a lot. Because somebody told me that peeing in the shower, like standing up, is really, really bad.
I do it a lot. I pee standing up at the toilet.
Stop.
Literally.
It's it's mostly bad because if you give birth or like something along those lines.
Dude, you have to cross your legs and squeeze your butt cheeks really close and aim forward, and you can pee right out the front like a tube.
What?
Have you never done it?
Cross your legs. Wait, I need to write this down.
Cross your feet. Okay, cross your feet. You don't have to really. I don't cross my feet, but some people do. You can cross your feet. Squeeze your ass cheeks together as hard as you can and like kind of jerk your foot forward, and you can pee straight out like a man. I do it at least once a month. And I have great bladder control. But I love peeing. Like, I do it as a funny. So Adam will be going pee, and then I'll just pop in and start peeing also like a man. And then he starts laughing, but then I start laughing, and then I just pee all over myself.
Every woman's going to try that now tonight or today or wherever you are. Because I'm going to. And I want to feel what that feels like. I want to feel that power.
I'm going to snap you, and it's just, you won't see anything, but I'll be peeing standing up. You want that? I'll do it. Okay. Hold on, let me drink up.
Send me a tutorial tonight.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Love
it.
Next one. They thought the tooth fairy was just Santa Claus in drag.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
I'm taking
that one. I like that.
That's so funny.
That's amazing.
That's so funny.
I love the idea that all of them are the same person.
Yes, it's one weird guy.
Yeah. That's just Todd.
Named Santa Claus. That's Todd. Sometimes he's Santa, sometimes he's Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's Krampus.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that fish would drown if you kept them out of the air. So, like they can't breathe, but they thought they were drowning from air.
I get, yeah, kinda.
And they would like bring their goldfish out for like air breaks.
Oh, that's so cute. They also terrible, but they thought they would drown if they were in the water too long.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They give them air breaks.
Oh, that's really sweet. That's such a little kid thing.
It's an innocent thing.
Very innocent. It's like it's gotta breathe. It's gotta breathe.
He needs help.
I thought if because I fished with my dad all the time as a kid, I thought if I like poured water on the fish, it would stay alive. Because I loved fishing and I loved catching fish, but I didn't like the idea of them dying. So when we brought them back, they were already dead. My dad like hit them on the head like you do with fish. I would like secretly get water. Yeah, you just bop them on the head and they're dead.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just club them.
I thought you just put them in the water and they ran out of air eventually. And like the...
No, it's like it's more humane than just letting them suffocate with no water.
Adam might not be humane. I need to ask him. I don't know.
But or you can put them in. I mean, usually you would have like a cooler or something on the boat if it's a big enough boat, which we didn't.
Yeah,
have a
that
big
makes
enough boat,
sense.
but you'd have a cooler with water in it, and they would be in the water, so they'd stay fresher longer, so you could be out there longer. But we had like a really, really tiny boat, and we just like bopped them. And when we caught like 2 fish, which didn't take long where we were fishing, we just go back and cook them.
I think they brought the cooler and then they'd take them out and kill them immediately.
Yeah, that's
I'm
usually what you
recalling
do.
this correctly.
I mean, that's like pretty standard. Pretty standard. Some people just cut their head off or something like that, but there's not a lot of ways to do it. Yeah, but anyway, I thought after they were already dead, long dead, I would just pour water on them while my dad wasn't looking. He'd be like, "Why is there water in the boat?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't know.
No idea.
Guppy, wake up. Guppy,
Trying to
wake
Finn
up.
over here.
You don't know what's going to happen if we make it back on land, man."
Dude, you're going to grow legs.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. This person thought that soap had feelings and would get jealous if I use a different one. So I gave them all equal turns and whispered thank you after each shower like a tiny cult leader.
Interesting. I think that's the beginnings of OCD.
Yeah, I think so. This next, yes, 100 can guarantee.
Yeah.
This next one's one of my favorites. I thought that virgin just meant you were super polite. And I once told my teacher, my dad is definitely a virgin. He says please all the time.
That's really cute. That's really funny.
So cute. Oh my God. I thought cunning, like, oh, she's very cunning, was a bad word growing up. Like that was like my weird thing.
Bad word.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that's a C word. You can't say that word. And the teacher would write it down on the board. And I was like, and everyone would be like, what? And I'm like, she wrote cunning on the board.
Dude, I used to think stupid was like
the worst word.
Like even worse than because my parents would be like, you cannot call people stupid. And I'd be like, oh. But then they would be like, I got to an age, probably about 9, 10, and they were like, okay, you can call things stupid, but not people. So I'd just go around school and be like, stupid. My mom said I could say it, guys. Okay? See that? That whiteboard? That whiteboard's stupid. Because it has a word cunning on it. Dude, cunning sounds nasty, though.
It does. Cunning.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's like a mix of something gross. Were you allowed to swear at home?
No. Gosh, no. No, I was only allowed to swear. I got like permission to swear when I broke bones, which I thankfully did a lot of times. So I was allowed to swear at least 13 times. But no, absolutely not. Stupid was a swear word in our home.
You've broken so many bones.
I know.
Well, give us a list.
A list? Oh, sure.
Yeah. List your broken bones.
Yeah. Multiple bones in my feet. Toe, ankle, both of my wrists, my elbow. I have like, you probably can't see it, but I have scars both here and here because I had screws in here because my arm popped out this way. Oh yeah, fully popped out this way. I never freaked out so much ever. It was the most weird, surreal thing. I was skateboarding down a hill at my dad's house. Also, most of these happened when I was at my dad's because my parents were split up. So my mom was just like, what the is happening? But I was just like rambunctious. So I was skateboarding and then I hit a rock when I was skateboarding. So I put both my arms out. Like I fell forward and then this one just took the brunt of it. And then while I did that, I broke my wrist, broke my elbow and it dislocated. And then I also broke my humerus. And then I also broke my clavicle playing soccer. I was sprinting and a girl tripped me and I didn't have time to put my hands out. So I landed on my clavicle and like cracked it pretty good. Fingers, multiple fingers. I also, I have had like 3 concussions, 2 of which were really bad. One was like mild. And then, shit, man.
Yawns as she tells us her broken body.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, so bad. And that doesn't, like that, I had so many tears and sprains and stuff too. Oh my gosh. It was terrible. At one point, I had both my ankles were sprained. Like, I can't remember the degrees of spraining, but pretty bad. But I was playing in a tournament, a softball tournament, and I ended up hitting a home run and like limping around the bases, which was pretty cool.
Oh my God.
And both my ankles were taped to shit.
Dude, in my brain, I just immediately go to you are a body that someone has found and they're trying to like put out all the identifiers of the skeleton that they found. And it's just like broken ankle, broken knee, broken clavicle, and everyone's just gonna be like, what happened? She was definitely in an abusive situation with herself.
That's why I'm worried about having kids too, because I was like, that thing that you don't have, but it's more like for injuries was like not in my head. And I kind of still have that. I was on the roof yesterday.
Did you
like
went on the motorcycle here and you didn't even know how the brakes worked and you just flew it?
Yeah. So that injury thing, I don't know. It's not that I think I'm invincible, but I'm just like, I'll be all right. I've broken stuff. So yeah, I've been injured a lot, but I worry that my kid's going to turn out like me. Caleb was pretty smart. He's never broken anything. But
okay.
Hey, what were we talking about?
I don't know, but I'm glad where it went. But here we have two more things of people, what they believed when they were kids. Okay. Right? I thought babies were made when two people ate cheese sticks at the same time. When my aunt got pregnant, I sobbed and screamed, how could you? He was eating mozzarella too?
Mozzarella.
That's one of those weird kid things.
Yeah. I don't know when I figured out that it took two people to... I think it was like 12 maybe, because we had like a class, but it wasn't a class. 12? They just sent us home with a booklet.
12?
Yeah, like they sent us home with like
out babies were
anatomy of a penis and vagina and like explained everything. And my parents were like, what the is this? And they were supposed to explain it to us. And I'm like, I don't know. All I know is that there's a really scary like thing on there. I was like
in
scared
grade 6. Grade 6, 12, Mr. Schwarzentrooper. Loved this teacher. He did not like me, I don't think. But he was so funny. He was so excited to teach us sex ed. And he made jokes. He's like, killed him, darn near wrecked him. Because it was like rectum, like a butt. And he was like, all right, everyone's going to wear deodorant so you don't all stink. It was hilarious. He was really good at it, though. But he taught us everything. I had great grades in sex ed. I don't know why.
We didn't have it. I didn't have it. I went to I went to a private school when I was... from kindergarten to grade 5. Okay. It was weird. It was like in the forest.
We started in grade 4. Grade 4 was when we learned anatomy.
Okay. No, I said it was in the forest. Like our school. It was a brand new school. And it was like really cheap to get into. And my parents had to drive a really long way to get into it. But they just wanted us to try it out. Because they were like... They like the idea of uniforms and that kind of thing. I had weird. Anyway, it was literally in the forest. Like we had so many times where we couldn't go outside on recess because there was bears on the playground and like coyotes, and it was a cool school.
So bears, but no sex ed. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Like literally. But anyway, they didn't teach us that. They just gave us a booklet and then they sent us home with it and they were like, get your parents to do this. And I was like,
at least they did that though, because like that's the thing, you had to explain it somehow to your kid.
I don't know. I don't remember when I figured it out though. I think it was later than that though, where I figured it out and I was also terrified of it. Like I was I moved schools and catchments a lot because my parents moved quite a bit. Yeah. So I was always the new kid. Like when elementary school, new kid, and then middle school I was a new kid because I was in a new catchment, and then same thing with high school. So I was known as the freeze, especially in high school, because I like was scared to like kiss or touch a boy or whatever. But I liked, I had crushes and stuff, but I didn't want to do anything past like kissing. Even kissing was like really weird. And I was like,
because you didn't understand. It was lack of education, right? Like you didn't know.
Yes, but also my parents were just like put the fear of God into me. Like they're like, you'll get pregnant. Like I thought I'd get pregnant if I like got like touched
too close.
Like somebody grazed my boob, I'd be like, oh no, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna be like the Mother Mary.
My mom literally drove past this red house and she said, if you get pregnant, that's where all the unwed mothers go. It was not that house at all. But then the one time that I did have a scare when I was like 16 or something, she was like, no, we'll help you. I'm like, thank God I'm not going to the house on the hill.
Yeah, I remember making it in high school and I'm like, wow, I didn't get pregnant. That was like the thing. Because I like knew quite a few people that got pregnant. And I was like, how are they doing that? So I thought it was like really easy to get pregnant. I was like,
yeah.
Like I thought I would get pregnant. Like if somebody like groped me in a certain way or winked at me, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't raise a child. Todd just went, oh no. Like,
oh no, it's twins.
So yeah, I think it's important to teach your kids.
Yes.
Not too early. I don't know what the right age
Just
for
give
that
them
is
some.
either.
I don't either. I gotta Google it. Contact chat.
I guess it's puberty, like around puberty when all that shit starts
Yeah.
happening. I hated that. Do you remember that? One of my boobs was like 2 cup sizes bigger than the other one, and I was like, "What? I
Mine
have
still
cancer.
is.
I have cancer." I thought I had cancer.
You know what mine was? I was so afraid of getting saggy boobs that like I had C cups in grade 3. And my mom took me, and I think I've told you a story where they measured me in a Zellers in front of a bunch of boys. Anyways, I wore 2 bras at all times, thinking that would keep my boobs from being saggy. No, because your boobs need to grow muscle to hold themselves up. So I gave myself perma-saggy boobs.
Perma-saggy boobs. Yeah, it's great. And they don't tell you that either. Dude, I used to stuff my bra. I remember I had this one pink bra. It was my favorite bra. And I liked it because it had a little bit extra room and it didn't fit me properly. I could see it in my head. It was so dirty and terrible because I wore it every day. And I put tissues in it.
Bra.
I put tissues in it because I didn't have a chest. And Ashley. Oh shit! I just called her out.
It's okay.
Bleep the last name. Bleep the last name. But Ashley, huge boobs, like way bigger than everyone else's. Snatched waist, double D's. And all the girls were like super jealous of her. And one day, while I was getting changed for gym, she comes up to me and she's like, "No, what's that hanging out of the side of your bra?" And I was like, "It's a tissue hanging out." And I was like, "Nothing. I just needed to blow my nose and I just put this in her." And she goes and she pulls it out. And then there was another one and she pulled the other one out. And she's like, "Christina stuffs her bra.
Oh my God.
Bra." So then it got
it's like
out
your Carrie
in
moment.
school. And it was like grade 6. So it was 12, also the new girl. So then I was known as the bra stuffer for the longest time. And
so you were the freeze and then the bra stuffer.
I threw my favorite bra out and I cried for days. I never told anyone. I never told my parents. I never told anyone. But I hated her. And you know what's funny?
You, Ashley.
Years later, fast forward to 2021, when all this stuff started to happen in my life. I'm like 24, 25.
Oh my God, tell me she was an MLM.
What is that?
Join my multi-level marketing company.
So not that, but she comes through with that, "Hey, so I see that you have a following and like I have a business now." And she was a bully all through like middle school, high school. Like she was a mean. And I was just like, I just didn't answer. I was like, I wanted to say so many things. But I think I didn't. No, I did answer. And I was just like, maybe. Like I was like, but it felt so good to be like, "You bitch. You are so mean to me in school." And I mean, kids are just mean, you know? Like,
but still,
I should forgive and forget, but I don't know. She was like mean to me until we were like 16. And I'm like, by then
that's
you know
too
what you're
long.
doing, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I love when the bullies, man. My bully ended up asking me to come to their kid's 13th birthday party. And I was like, no. I just didn't answer. But it was like, no.
Yeah, no. I just want to be like, do you not remember?
Because I suffered at your hands.
Right? And then again, like Jonathan, I've said this online before, but I got like beat up as a kid in my wood school that I went to. I got beat the fuck out of by this kid, John.
Why? A boy.
Because he liked me. That's the thing. Oh, he just likes you. I literally came out with black eyes. He threw rocks at me and one of them got inside my eyelid and it ended up like making it black. And then he just like, so I was like, and then he came through the woodworks around the same time. And I was like, this is so funny to me.
Well, you get, like, you suffer and then you get your like you get the full circle moment and it's just like,
yeah. But like that, again, the
yes,
offer
God.
just never works. So it's just, kill him with kindness. It's like, oh, that's really cool that you're doing that. Like, I'll think about it.
Cool.
I'll just never come back to it.
No,
anyway,
it's so true.
Sorry, we're just really airing out our trauma on this episode.
You know what? We've given ourselves a lot of feeling. We're past 2 hours, babe.
Oh, holy shit! I didn't even realize.
Yeah, let's do. We can't keep them for. I think 2 hours is a great sweet spot.
I think so.
We need to do our freaking story.
We do. I don't think we could top last week's. Holy crap! Or like, I guess that wasn't last week. It was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started last time.
No. Okay.
Did you?
I think you did. I think you did.
So you go.
Okay. There was a house on top of a hill in the middle of a forest.
Strangely, no trees grew on the land it sat at the peak.
And it's not because anybody tore them down. It's just that this house had been here since what felt like the beginning of time.
The local townspeople could find no paperwork on when it was built or who had built it.
And the person that lived there was a little old woman whose name nobody knew.
And the strange thing about this woman is that she had always been an old woman.
She didn't have friends, she didn't have family, and she never left the house.
And every single person in the town had the same story about the little old woman in the house.
It was customary as teenagers or young prepubescent children to run up to the house and knock on the door to see if she would answer. And sometimes she would.
The children were afraid of her, but they always brought a little sacrifice, some kind of sweet treat.
And if they did bring a sweet treat, that's when she would answer, and then she would let them in.
The children would pool in the entryway as she slowly glided backwards down the hall towards the kitchen, as if floating.
And she would say, "Come, come, children. Come, come to my kitchen."
No one knew what happened after that, because none of the children that went to the kitchen were ever seen again.
And every time any sort of authority tried to question her, there was no evidence to go off of, so she would just be let off.
Some people thought she ate the children, where others thought she sacrificed them to something darker.
But all we know now is that she still lives up there on the house on the hill that has been there, seemingly, since the beginning of time.
The end.
That one was pretty good, too.
See, that was cute.
I like that.
And like the townspeople, everybody, everyone's grandpa said, yeah, the old lady on the hill.
Yeah.
She's always just been an old lady.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe that's another. Yeah, we really got to write these down, and then I think we got to make like a little comic book out of them or something.
A comic book is such a good idea.
That'd be fun. Just a
little
little can't sleep comic book.
Hey, anybody who likes to do comics, drop it in the
I
comments.
actually know someone.
Oh, do you?
I do, but also
Okay.
I'm all for having like a listener do it too. I think that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So reach out if you have done something like that previously. That'd be cool.
And if you guys have enjoyed the podcast, make sure you thumbs it up or like it or follow it or share it to all of your friends.
Yeah,
okay?
it's also on Spotify if you want to listen on Spotify.
Yes. And if you've made it to the end of the podcast, make sure you throw a bunch of ghost emojis in the comments so we know you listened all the way
Yeah,
through.
all the way through. Throw ghost emojis with the lipstick emoji.
Yeah.
Confuse people
everyone.
and do not give anyone context. Everyone's going to be like,
No.
why is that there? Don't tell them.
No,
tell
they
them.
aren't a part of the club.
No. We'll know the
Yeah.
real ones right now. All right.
Yeah.
I like this. I like that. That flew by. Yeah, Sorry we didn't.
that's
Usually we get into like Reddit and all this other stuff. We'll do it in the next episode, but we just yap. We got a lot of yapping to do. So let us know also if you like that or if you like us doing the Reddit stuff, if we like us going into, I don't know, weird
Spooky
stories, spooky stuff, or if you
What
want
do
us
you
to
want
deep
from
dive
us?
on a topic, we're down for whatever. But
A lot of comments on the last one where we just chatted, but they're like, this was our favorite episode.
yeah, I saw that
So,
too.
we wanna know what you want.
Yeah, it's
We
just
want-
like we're
we wanna
hanging
know.
out, and I love listening to podcasts where they're just like yapping, and I feel like I'm just hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, guys.
All
Well,
right.
we love you.
Yes.
Go to bed.
Stay out of the woods.
Stay out of the woods.
Sorry.
I hated it and I loved it at the same time. Weird feeling.
Bye.